Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss our level of enthusiasm for new product announcements in bourbon. My name is Katie. Whoa. What is my name? My name is Katie Joyce. Okay, that should not have been the difficult part of this introduction.
Long night, guys.
Even McNew doesn't mess up on that.
Wow. Okay. My name is Katie Joyce, and we are on show 5 of the day. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guest, Darren McRoy.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
That's a first. We've never had an announcer mess up her or his name. They've always managed to, everything else has been screwed up, but they've always managed to get their name correct. Katie's breaking new ground here in her new role.
So focused on everything else, I get to my own gosh darn name. I'm like...
So we're going to be talking today about new products coming out from the big heritage brands. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on. And when we see an announcement about a new product, do we get excited or not? We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Darren said there's something he want to talk about. He claims he's got a good one here. So we'll see what he's got for small talk. What do you got, buddy?
So you guys are real adults, so this probably doesn't happen to you. But do you guys...
I couldn't know my own name a second ago. So.
Yeah. But do you guys use a word like in your daily vocabulary that you use it for something that it doesn't actually mean, but in your head you're just like, oh, it means this? And do you have anything like that, or is that not something real adults do?
Yeah, I think they do.
I'll be back in a second when it's really going to be much more than a second, that kind of thing.
Sure,
that bothers me sometimes. But I say, I'll be like, hold a minute, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be way more than a minute. It's gonna be like 3 minutes. It bothers me sometimes.
You overthink that. You're like, oh,
I do.
It's actually 3 minutes. So yeah.
Because and I noticed that because I know younger generation. I once was talking with someone, and my father was in the room as well, and he had asked them how long something had been. And they go, oh, it's been a minute. And he was very confused of a minute. And I go, oh, that's slang for like, it's been some period of time.
Yeah.
Suggesting like years possibly. And he was like, why is that the slang? Like just appalled that was what the slang became. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't think of one, but I do use things wrong that I know are wrong. But it just, if I had time to prepare, I would have come up with something, but I don't.
Okay.
And maybe I'll think of some. If you share your example, what do you got?
I don't think this is going to help anyone think of anything. So my particular example is, and I try to not say it to people, but in my head, I say it all the time. And I misuse the word flaccid.
Okay. How often does this come up in your discussions?
Yeah. Why are you having these discussions, Darren?
Like, if I don't make a red light, I go, man, that was flaccid. Like, it sucks. Like, that's just how I use it in my head over and over again. So anything that sucks, I use the word flaccid.
How does this come about? How did we get to this point, Darren?
I really wish I did.
That'd be highly entertaining. Oh my God.
Huh.
Every time something is awful or something doesn't work or I do something wrong, I'm like, that was flaccid of you. Like, it's just.
Huh. Interesting.
And it's something I've noticed over the last 3 or 4 months.
You've just noticed this. It's been happening for years, but you just noticed it. So it's a problem.
I don't know if it's been happening for years, but.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got nothing on this one, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that kind of internal dialogue.
Right. No.
But that's hilarious.
Oh my God. The things that go in my head are wild.
I do have a lot of internal dialogue. So I'll just be driving down the road and I've got something else random going in my head and I'll accidentally start to act it out, in my facial expressions, or I'll say something and my boyfriend catches on to it all the time. And he now knows it's my internal dialogue that my brain is somewhere else. And so we were driving down the road the other day and all of a sudden I wave my finger and I'm like, oh, okay. And he just looks at me and he goes, internal dialogue. I'm like, what? Oh yeah. I'm like, sorry. I was totally in a different space. And so I guess that's maybe kind of similar, but I'll have a weird look on my face and he's like, are you upset or do you have something going on in your internal dialogue? And I'm like, oh no, everything's great. I just had something weird going in my brain. I went down to, I don't know where I was.
Working through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there you go. On that note, we're going to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's have Darren go first.
We're going to start off nice and silent because I opened this minutes ago, so I know it's not going to be any louder. But I got some Boxing Bear whiskey, hopefully coming soon to the ABV Barrel Shop again.
Okay.
Nope.
We heard something at least. That's the first pop we've heard anything from you at all. So you're on the board.
I won one on my first shows, but since then.
Interesting. That's unproven, but yeah, okay. I'll take you for your word for it right now. We'll have to go back and check. Go through the archives.
We'll pull it up. He was on the show. He'll remember.
Pop was only semi-flaccid, so you're good. Okay, I'm assuming I'm going next. I've got Old Scout Baby Unicorn 2.
Okay. Old Scout. Okay. Oh, the door is open for me. That was not much on the maybe either you didn't set your mic or it was just bad because it was not good. I've got Ronazalco rum, the ABV Barrel Shop pick.
Ooh.
Let's see what we got here. I'm mixing it up. I'm going with the rum. Come on, baby. Kartik, help me out here. Oh, hey! That was legit. That was a win. That was a pop. Hell yeah. So
not just a win by default, a legitimate win.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Seems like it's been a while since I've been able to do that. So, all right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. We'll break for about 20 to 30 minutes as I celebrate. And but for you, it'll just be some quick notes from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely family distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Danny Kennard, which is turning into Freddie Mills. Y'all have a good fucking day because this is the Bourbon Daily. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today on the show, we are discussing our level of enthusiasm for new product announcements in bourbon.
Yes, we are. So there's a couple things factoring here. Number one, there's a lot of new releases that come out. It's a way that you appeal for when you have an industry that is growing, and you want to stand out. You want to come up with new items, things that are different. The other thing that's a factor here is that they are incredibly tough to find. Many of them, too impossible. A new product comes out, and in reality, you probably have no chance of getting it. So that's a factor. Number three is. Maybe I'm to the point in my bourbon journey where I'm focusing on the barrel picks, and that's why I started the store for sure. I think a lot of people there, we've converted a lot of people away from chasing stuff where they just like the uniqueness of what we got going on with the barrel picks. So all these new things that come out, I think I've got to the point where it's kind of for me, if someone has it, I'd like to try it, but I'm not against these things. But I don't get excited like, I'm going to track that one down. I'm going to find it because I know in reality that's really not going to happen. Even in a liquor store, I can't even get this stuff. So I'm not too excited these days about new item offerings. How about you guys?
I would agree with you. I'm not very excited for big name releases, especially the stuff I'm never going to see. I could care less about the Weller that was released or any of that. But one thing that interests me still is if they release a product like Jack Daniel's recently did. They released a barrel-proof rye that is supposed to be a shelf stable once they get caught up with production. That interests me, like just finding something that's barrel-proof.
If you can get it, other thing that is a factor. If you can get it.
The other thing that really interests me is when the shop, the ABV Barrel Shop, we get a new barrel in. That is always exciting, and the first Facebook post of that always gets going even before I started working there.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It is exciting. It is exciting when we get something new in, and we get a big rush, and we haven't had one in for a couple of weeks. And it feels like there's a lull going on there, though we've had this big sale and stuff, and it's been certainly seeing a lot of people. It's also helped clean up the store quite a bit because at one point we were getting in 1 to 3 barrels a week for extended number of weeks, and that was a little too much. But again, it's hard we don't control the flow of how things come in. That's all set whenever they get things ready, bottle it up and ship it to us. And there's no way to turn that faucet off. You just have to, as they come in, and then you have some times in between where nothing's coming in. So there you go. It ebbs and flows. Katie, how about you and the new items? What are your thoughts?
So I do enjoy seeing the announcements if they give us enough detail about what they're doing, because I still love the knowledge side of whiskey. And so knowing what all the different companies are doing differently, what new they're trying out, etc. And I think because a lot of that will show different trends. So seeing maybe if it's something Weller's done, and I know, I'm never going to find that, but maybe that's something a new trend I'm going to see in other bourbons coming up. So right. I think that part of it is at least exciting to just kind of keep up on. I do get very frustrated though when it's an announcement and I'm like, great, never ever going to see that in my life. Not sure why you're even telling me the cost of it. It doesn't matter. Yeah. One I do get excited for regularly though is Jefferson's. All of their new Ocean Age releases, because I get every one now that I I will go searching across our entire continent for that one at this point. I just found Voyage 27 finally yesterday and ordered it. That was on Reserve Bar. Actually, a friend of mine found it and she's like, hey, I don't know if you have, so I have friends who will find ocean aged from different states and places online. They'll be like, Katie, do you have this voyage? Do you have this voyage? I go check. So that's one that I get. And I love the different exciting things that Trey does as well. And so I always get excited about the announcements from Jefferson's.
Okay.
And I agree that the announcements from ABV of what's coming new there is exciting, and knowing that I can go get it and see, but how exciting does it have to be to get me to actually come back into the shop?
That's key.
It doesn't happen very often.
We don't get
That's
her in
why
there
we keep piling it up, because each little bit counts.
So what you're going to like, Katie, we have a box for you and that filled up. And then we have one of our recyclable bags. We thought, oh, you're good into the environmental. So we filled up one of those too. So again, I don't know. Some of the stuff you asked for, other things, it's just like it's got your number on it, or we thought you might want one. So you don't have to take everything, but we'll show you what we got.
To pretty much set any of it aside. And I'm like, yep, gonna want that. Yep. So my question is like, how long is it going to be before like I don't come in often enough that it's inconvenient to have my boxes in your way, but I come in often enough that it still leaves again, that I can have my own designated area in the shop.
Right. You'll have it made when we build a shelf for you.
Yes. That's when I have Katie's corner in the
right. Yeah. Katie's corner is coming soon.
Corner.
Yeah. That would be cool, actually.
That's my goal. Is that I hit that sweet spot of not coming in enough that I'm I'm inconvenient to you, but coming in enough that it's worth your time to make me a corner.
Okay. Yeah, we got to work on that. When I say we, I mean Jim. So I like the idea of a corner shelf that also maybe has chicken wire so we can lock it so no one can take Katie's stuff. I mean, because some of that stuff you don't come in frequently enough. Some of it sells out and it's gone, and then there's things that people want there, and we're like, no, we don't have any. When in reality we do, but if we had it on display in Katie's corner, we'd have to be able to lock this up. Otherwise, they'd take it on you. And we know you're good for it, so we don't mind. We don't mind holding on to it when we know someone's good for it. That's not an issue, but. We don't want to hold things and tell people no when people then don't pick it up.
We'll put my law firm logo on it and I'll call it advertising and I'll sponsor it.
Nice. Okay. Everyone's happy then. Yes. Yeah, that would be good. So I don't know. We're all kind of on the same page. We love the bourbon industry. So when these announcements come out, we're always looking. We're always interested. It's just that there is a level of frustration when you know it's going to be one you can't get. Like the $500 Weller. Damn it, I bet you that's some good whiskey. It's got a different type of wheat that they're using. I'm sure it's great.
I wish I had that kind of, I wish I had that kind. Do we curse on the show? I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can.
I wish I had that kind of fuck you money. Like to be like, hell yeah, I'm going to find that. Like I'm going to find that and get that $500 Weller. Cause the one where I'm like, I know it's going to be good.
Right.
But I am not spending $500 on Weller, and I'm not putting that much effort into actually finding it either.
Yeah.
And it'll be secondary. So
and then it's even more. So yeah.
See, I would love to try it. I don't need to own it, but I would love to try it.
Yeah.
Someone just trips across one.
I mean, I love the Weller brand. It's good. I like Buffalo Trace in general. I mean, their stuff's good. There's a reason why people like it besides just marketing hype and all that. It's good whiskey. But it's just there is this frustration of knowing I have no shot at getting it. And my only hope is someone I know finds it and we can try it. So that'd be good. So we'll see. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures. Also on Thursday mornings at the ABV Barrel Shop at 11:30 for Thirsty Thursdays. Evan and Kyle should be there
come by and see us. Come by and see us. Yes. Yeah, we got a normal crew on Thursdays at the tasting bar. So yeah, be part of that. By coming by about 11:30. Katie, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Katie, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Why, yes, I do, Steve. I would like to remind the audience to please give us a well-earned 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we are doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABV Network.
Great job today, gang. In particular, thanks to Katie for filling in on these shows. You did great as the announcer. Appreciate that. Last second, just threw it at you, and I think you did awesome. So you added.
Great job. Better than I would have done.
I think as a 3-person team, this is as good a 3-person team as we've ever had. I mean, this is we did some good shows.
I think we rocked it.
Good conversation.
Flashed at all.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
There you go. We were not
bye.
fast.
This is my last time on the network. I won't see you guys again. So,
on that note, we'll have Brandon show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.